Welcome to the To Your Success podcast, hosted by Johnsen and Elin Solheim. Each bi-weekly episode takes a deep dive into how success and freedom is created and how you can start living the life you truly want now. Krista was top CEO of international companies for more than 20 years. He's done business in most parts of the world. Now he is an international success mentor, helping people and organizations to be successful. Elin and Krista are partners in life and business. They truly live what they teach every day. They sail their beautiful 43-footer around the world while helping clients all over the world. They are proof that you can get all the freedom you've ever wanted. They truly live what they teach every single day.
Welcome everyone to the To Your Success podcast. My name is Johnsen, mentor, and with me today is
Elin Solheim, as always. So this was a different intro.
I know, you told me to be happy, and I was.
Yeah,
I set you up. You forgot to tell that you are my wife and business partner as well.
Yeah.
I made you so happy, right? You started laughing. And that's good. And here we go again. New episode. Welcome back to everyone to Your Success podcast. All we do is to your success. And for us, your success is that you live the life you truly want. Whatever it is. If you want more money, more freedom, more time, travel the world like we do, run your own successful company. I mean, that is what life is about. It's just not about another day. It's not about, like Pink Floyd said in The Wall, comfortably numb. No, it's not. It is to move on, to stretch, to see how far you can go, to have fun. Right? And today we're going to talk about the fun engine and the fun instrument we have. But before that, I want to share something that I study every day. First of all, I go back to the roots now. So I read Think and Grow Rich. I read that many times before, but I just wanted to go back and see how that is. And then there is something, I think it is from Thomas Troward, The Power of Awareness. And it says, and this is key to everything we do, man attracts what he is. The art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled and let things come to you. Not to go after them or think they flee away. Observe your inner talking and remember your aim. Do they match? Does your inner talking match what you would say audibly? Had you achieved your goal? The individual's inner speech and actions attracts the conditions of his life. If we kind of dissect this and see what it means, man attracts what is, you become what you think about. The art of life is to sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled.
Already be in your goal.
Come to you. Say again.
Already be you in your goal.
Yes. How do you do that? With your imagination. What you use to go there with your imagination, your brain. Your mind, right? You go there and you use your will to keep that picture in your mind and to feel it over time. Not to be afraid of losing. Not to be afraid of losing. And then observe your inner talking. Inner talking, that is a reflection of your self-image. Who are you today? I am success. I know I can. Right? I call every day. I had a call with one of our clients and today, and she really wants to be, she has a financial goal and she really wants to be good in sales, and she doesn't pick up that phone. She doesn't do the job. So we made it fun for her to pick up that phone, and she was good. She texted me after she had done it, just like we agreed.
Okay.
But then observe your inner talking. Your inner talking cannot be a discussion. It cannot be a negotiation with yourself. You cannot say, nah, maybe tomorrow. You know, you have to do what you tell yourself to do. Of course, you can change your mind. That's okay. I changed my mind often. Elin knows that I changed my mind often. But if I said something, then I don't negotiate. It's like, if I'm going to do this, then we do it. And then remember your name. Do they match? Do the goal and your inner speech match? It's interesting. Just start to listen to what you tell yourself. And then if your inner talking match what you would say to others when you are in your goal. How was this journey? Oh, it was fun. difficult sometimes, but mostly fun. I had some challenges, some problems to solve. Of course, we learn, we grow. And then your inner speech, what you tell yourself, and your actions. We said that in the last episode and the episode about sales as well. There are so many people that know about this. The trick is to do it. So let's go into the doing and then look at this wonderful organ that we have, which is called our brain. It's like a gray mass. You have actually seen a brain, haven't you, Elin?
Yeah, I think I've talked about that earlier too, but I have held a brain in my hand.
To a dead person then?
Yeah, he was, or she was dead. Yes, I hope.
No, that was when you
it
studied,
was
right?
during the studying for being a nurse. So, but it's quite amazing to just hold the brain. Just think that everything we use that brain for. So.
Yeah, so I write in my book, Be Daring, Be Different. And if you want to buy my book, you can find it on Amazon. If you're looking for an alien, look in the mirror, I often say. If you look at the nervous system, well, we come in different shapes and packages. But if you look at the nervous system, where the brain and the nerves and the electrical system and the mind, I mean, one thing is that we have 40,000 brain cells in our hearts. You told me a few weeks ago that we have brain cells in the liver, in all organs, like in the colon, in the stomach, in all main organs, there are brain cells. So the whole body is a mind, right? Is the mind. But the brain is interesting. The brain, for me, it's like I served 1 year in the Coast Guard in northern Norway. I was out on a ship sailing all the time, and I was in the radio. So we communicated all the time through radio. You tune the radio into different frequencies. You tune it, and I think antennas. That's actually the receivers. You have antennas, and often they look like a big pole, but often they have different shapes. It can be a spiral, it can be a big pole, it can be whatever shape. So sometimes I wonder if the brain is just a receiver organ, and I like to think about that. It is a receiving organ, it's a focus organ. You tune it to a frequency. You can tune that frequency to everything you don't want, or you can tune it to the frequency you want. That is your goal.
But do you tune your brain or your mind?
No, you start with your brain. I think the brain is the thinking organ, is like because the mind is more the sensory organ with the higher faculties, but you use your brain and you tune that. How do you tune that? By choosing the station you think about, right? You tune up to a higher frequency. I want to tune in on the sadness frequency, where they only play old, sad country songs. I used to listen to that. I had tears in my eye. Then he lost her, and then he got drunk, and then he crashed, and then he walked out to the river and drowned himself, and then all that. 20 years ago, I liked that. It's like, or you can tune into the happy music, right, where everything is fun. We don't always cope with what we want, but at least the journey is fun. Right?
Or you can take a happy song, happy tune, and write sad lyrics.
Yes.
Mix it together, then we get a whole different feeling.
Someone does that, yeah. But it's important, right? The brain is, for me, it's like tuning a station, and we have this wonderful power, which Bob Proctor said is the greatest power of everything, and that is you can choose what you think about. You can choose your thoughts. You cannot choose your feelings, but you can choose your thinking, right? And for me, the brain is this, and therefore it is this happy organ, right? You can only get what you want from the feeling of already having it, so start thinking about what you want, right? And if you look into this, to change your life is easy. It's just to change your consciousness. What is your consciousness? It's everything you think, you desire, and you love. All that you believe is true. And what is the truth? What is the truth? Do you know that, Elin?
Tell me.
Well, people say that, it has to be fact. I studied enough statistics to know that fact doesn't exist. It's based on the things you put in, and then you can say, well, this is valid or invalid. And it's a reliability there or not. But I mean, the truth is just a thought that you have thought so many times. I am good. Then you become good, right? If you hammer yourself down, 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 then you become that, right?
So you have to accept the thought.
Yeah. You accept it, and to accept something, to radically accept something, means that you emotionally accept it. It is. And then you just start thinking about that, right? I can tell a story from my life. I used to think that I was not good at remembering names. And then a colleague of mine, when I was CEO of Rottefella, he said, "Christy, you're really good at remembering names. How do you do that?" And I said, I was about to say, "I'm not good at remembering names." And I said, "Oh, really? Well, I don't know. I guess I just remember them." I just accepted the idea that I was good because he said that, right? And he was a person I trusted. And now I remember names. Remember all names. I remember all the names for people that I want to remember the name of.
Yeah.
Right? I don't remember many other names, but like our clients, if I pick up the phone and talk to a client that we worked with a year ago, I remember his goals, his or her goals. It's like I just tap into that frequency. I tune my radio, I tune my brain into them. That is what it is. So the consciousness is that it's everything you believe is true and consent to. And then consciousness is awareness. You are aware. It's how you see the world. And as Bob Proctor said, you possess the power to change your thoughts. That is the greatest power there is. But if you look into this brain, and this is from my Diamond League program as well, we actually study neuroscience because I was curious about neuroscience. How does the brain actually work? How does it work? So we think 70,000 thoughts a day. 70,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot.
It's a lot. I feel that it can be quite exhausting sometimes.
Well, I think you think more thoughts than me.
You think so?
Yeah. I think men I think we have a bigger empty box, not thinking about. But you are a melancholic as well, and I'm a choleric, right?
It's not an empty box. It's a nothing box where you put
the nothing box. Yes, the nothing box. I don't know. It's because you, as a melancholic, you look for patterns and you create plans for everything. I don't do that, right? And you know that. You always say that I'm time optimist.
Yeah, you are.
So to go back to the brain, then we have this strange mass that we not really understand. But we understand more and more of thinking, and that is where neuroscience comes in. And each thought, of these 70,000 thoughts, each thought creates a unique pattern in your neurosystem. So we create new ways of thinking all the time. And then practicing positive thinking changes your perception of the reality and your actual reality. I think I have to say that once more so you really understand what I said. To do positive thinking changes your perception. That means the way you look at things, and it actually changes your reality. I often say that, people, they don't have to think more positive, just stop thinking negatively. If you, instead of negative, can go to neutral, just be completely neutral, say, oh, that's interesting. And then and neutral positive is so much better, right? Instead of going like positive, negative, 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 positive. And then another very important thing, and this is how the brain actually is, to imagine an action and actually doing it, create the same pattern in your neurosystem.
And the first time you told me that, that was amazing. It was like, well, then I don't actually have to do it. I can just think it, and I will have the same effect in my brain.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And this is the key to, you can only get what you want from the feeling of already having it. Hi, this is Christer. Thank you for watching and listening to our podcast. We really appreciate that. As you see, we love sharing how you can live the life you truly want, and we also love sharing how we live this every day. What changed my life is that I did one thing. I signed up for a strategy call with my first mentor. That was the one thing that changed my life. And that is why we offer you to do exactly the same thing with me and my team as well, because we know that call, those 30 minutes can be the thing that changes your life. So if you go to our website, christerjohnsen.com, up in the right corner, you will find a button to click on. Click on that button and book a strategy call with us. It might be the best thing you ever done to change your life. Have a wonderful day. And now back to the podcast. So what you do when you train, when not only positive thinking, but when you think about your goal, and like the client I told you about earlier, we figured out her goal. She had, she actually didn't want to do what she had written on her goal card, so we changed her goal card. I said, but this is what I want. She said, yes, and then you focus on that, then it's much easier. And then you think about it, and you get happy, right? You think about it, and then you think about doing it, and you see yourself having that. And she had a financial goal. She has a financial goal. And I said, how will your life be when you do that? Oh, yeah. And then visualizing the action and the success of it, as we said, it creates the same neural pathways. And you train your brain to live the life you truly want. That is what you do. You train your brain to live the life you truly want when you focus on it. And that is maybe the saddest part when we hear how much people complain about things and how they are stuck and they don't want to change, is that they continue training on living the life they don't want. That is the feeling of stuck. That is the feeling of the hamster wheel. But then visualizing doing the action and actually doing it has the same effect. And what happens is that this happy hormone dopamine, that is released. So dopamine is released if you visualize reaching your goal or if you actually reach your goal. It has the same effect. And I love dopamine. I did that happy hormone.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to run out of that. So I'm really good at visualizing my goal. I have I have pictures. I'm sitting in my office in Norway now. So I have pictures here. And Elin tried to organize them once, these pictures, by putting them into frames, but they didn't work. I mean, the frames were great. It's just that it didn't get me emotionally involved. So I have pictures of what I want. I have where we sail. I have how many clients we have. I have.
It's totally unorganized, but you have them.
No, they're not organized. They are on one.
Yeah.
And I use kind of a stapler just to put them on the wall. But then it's easy to change. Yeah. Because the point of these pictures is that I get emotionally involved. I get happy by looking at them. Right?
And for me, I don't need those pictures because I just imagine them.
Because you are more melancholic than me.
Yeah.
And you are better at but your imagination is stronger than my imagination.
Yeah, I think so too. So I don't need all the pictures all around. You come with pictures all the time for me to look at, but I don't need them because I can feel it I can see them anyway.
Or maybe it would be I haven't thought about that before, but I can say it now that we're on the podcast. Maybe it had been a quantum leap for you to use pictures as well.
No.
Okay.
I have all the pictures here that you have given me. So.
Yeah, and we got a new picture last weekend too from our friends in Vesano Design. Beautiful. They have been clients of us. Just wonderful. Yeah. Anyway, so back to the brain. You focus your brain, you use it to tune into the station you want. What is the station you want? That is your goal. That is your dream life. That is your success. How do you tune into that? You think about it. And you use your imagination to see yourself and feel yourself there, and you use your will to concentrate on that and to keep it there. Stay there. And if you stay there, according to Abraham Hicks, if you keep the thought for more than 17 seconds, momentum builds up. Then you think more about that, more about that, more about that, more about that. Right? Andrew Carnegie was asked, what is the one key unique thing with you that has made this big fortune that you had and this happy life? And he said, I can focus on one idea and one idea only for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. But then he was really focused. I think my record is 3 minutes.
Have you ever done that? For
3 minutes. I've done.
3?
Yeah, I've done 3 minutes. Yeah. But then also when you feel that your mind slips, it's like when you feel that you lose, just correct yourself and say, no, go back. Don't hammer yourself. Just say, oh, go back. Go back. Go back. But I'm getting better and better and better at it. I remember the first time when I started to remember that when I did my morning routine, when I did that many, many years ago. I started doing my morning routine. It took like 3 hours because I had all these ideas. My brain was like a popcorn machine, popping up new ideas all the time. And that was just distraction.
Yeah, and you were actually in and out of the room also.
Yeah.
But you just have to do something in between and you just, So the popcorn was very busy.
It was popping all over the house.
Yeah.
So, but now, and then I just focus. And now it's very, very rarely that new ideas come. Now I said, now I shall sit down and think about this. Now I shall create new ideas. So my will is much stronger. Maybe I don't think my imagination is weaker, but I don't have the same level of imagination like you have. You've always had a very, very strong imagination. Yeah. Okay. So back to neuroscience then. Okay. And there is actually an author, Sonia Lyubomirsky. She wrote a book called The How of Happiness. And it's really interesting. She made a happiness pie, like a pie chart. And she said, happiness is determined by 50% your genetic set point. You cannot do anything about it anyway, except that you chose your parents coming in here. So you have to take what you chose. Remember that story? I'll connect with his name later. But he told that to his daughter, and she was like 11, 12 years old. And he said, well, when you first, and she was hammering him and rolling her eyes on him all the time. And she was never happy and never anything with him. And then he said, well, I mean, you chose this. So maybe why did you choose it? And then she said, I must have been in a very hurry. But she grew up well as well. That was not my daughter. Absolutely not. No. But you have the genetic set point. It's out of your control. Then you have life circumstances, which is situational, right? You can come into an accident. Something can happen. That is 10%. But the 40% you can work on is your intentional activities, 40% of your life. And 40 that you can work on 40% is enormous. It has such enormous effect. And what did she say? The 40%, what you can do, your attitude and your state of mind. Attitude, what you think, feel, and act. State of mind, which frequency you tune into. You can tune into your goal, what you really want. You can tune into what you don't want. Being willing to change and adapt creates happiness. I mean, people are so afraid of trying new things. They have to think about it. No, you don't. Either you want it or you're not. Right? Just say yes. You want to go to the movie? No. Yes. Maybe I should, but I don't want to. Right? It's okay. Just say no or yes. And then be willing to change. Try new things. Adapt to the reality. Positive thoughts and behavior. Thinking positively. Right? Developing good relationships. That's a part of the happiness. And some people, I don't believe that when they say you have 500 close friends. I don't believe in that. I don't think that is possible to have 500 close friends. And maybe that is because I'm choleric. For me, it's more important to have a few good friends. We have an annual summer party in our garden. So we had we were at 30, 35 people in the garden. And it's like, well, they are not, they're really good friends, but they are not close, but we like to develop a relationship with them. Some are partners, some are clients, others are good friends from all time, etc., etc., etc. But that is an important part. And Elin is so much better at this than me. Right? When we woke up this morning, we had, and Elin said, you feel a little bit low today, and you are happy. You're much more happy, right? And I said, yeah, because for you get energy from that kind when you are a host and you enjoy and see how happy people are. For me, it takes energy, right? But I still love it. Yeah. But it's just different. We are just different there.
Yes.
Okay. So developing good relationships, expressing gratitude. Why do you think we have gratitude on our morning routine? It's like one of the most important thing. Practicing optimism is different than just thinking positive thoughts. It's practicing that, I am happy. Helping others create happiness. Deep commitment to lifelong goals and living in the present. Those two last things, deep commitment to lifelong goals. For me, sail around the world, helping people all over the world, going places, living with you is like a lifetime. It doesn't always look like that, I think, from your side. It is a lifelong goal. But it is.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. It's so good that we sometimes need contrast, right?
I'm sorry?
It's so good that we sometimes need a little contrast.
Yes. Life is needing contrast.
Life, the purpose of a goal is who you become on the way to the goal. The purpose of the goal is not to have it, but to get there. The journey, the unfolding is the purpose. And then she also said living in the present, the power of now. we have an episode called The Power of Now, being in the present. I'm so happy and grateful now in this moment. Choose the thought that makes you feel good. Choose the thought that makes you feel good now. No, it's actually choose the feeling that makes you feel best in the moment, I think Dr. Robert. But when we dig to different sources, we find the same things. Neuroscience says the same thing. The happiness pie says the same thing. Philosophy says the same thing.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. And our tool, the two tools we have, of course, we have the physical body, but then the brain as the tuning and the mind as the creator. That is, and the 6 higher faculties. Okay. So that was scratching at the surface of the brain, which is really fun. It's like tuning a station. So what is your favorite station, Elin?
The favorite station? Yeah. I think actually the brain too.
The favorite station, yeah.
Yeah. It's an amazing organ.
It is. And it differs. Remember, I told you that I have seen the brain of a moose once, of an elk, and it has the size of an old 5 kroner. It's like $1. And then you understand that they don't create their own environment. They just fit into their own environment. Us humans, we create our own environment. And that is an amazing opportunity and can be very frustrating when we don't understand it. Okay. Do you have any final thoughts that you want to share?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
I just want to let everybody know that we are very happy if you subscribe and share this podcast.
Yes. Do that. You find us on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then you see us.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
We'll be back in 2 weeks, yes. So you find us on YouTube, on Apple, on Amazon. No, not Amazon, but on Spotify.
Yeah.
And all these big channels where you can find us. And if you want others to listen to, feel free to recommend us. And if you want to contact us, email. We are only one email away, hello@christerjohnsen.com.
And everything we do
is to your success.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of To Your Success podcast. Please leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. For more information on how Krista's mentoring programs can help you in your own life, visit kristajohnsen.com.